Where did you learn to self-improve? At what point? And were there books or something that you read that made you think like that?
So I haven't read any books. Still trying to learn books and financial books and that. But it was that Zidane guy.
Yeah.
So I've been watching him since like November, October. Yeah. And he was like the main reason. So I just clicked his videos and watched him. And it was an inspiration. And he would, he'd say, fix your morning, fix your day. Do this in the morning. Drink water. Like stay active. Go for a cold plunge. I did this. He went to like fucking Turkey or some shit. Lived there. Went to LA and started doing all this other stuff. And that was like the main push of like, all right, I relate to this guy. He's telling me to do. He's not telling me, but he's saying like, oh, you should be doing this certain stuff. And then I just wrote it down and still going. Like I'm not fully there yet, but yeah.
It's all a process.
It is all a process.
You can't put too much pressure on yourself, especially when you're inspired by someone and they look like they're giving you the perfect roadmap to success.
That's what it sounds like.
It's what it sounds like. It's what it looks like, and you follow it, and you're like, oh, but I didn't do what he did. You put stress on yourself. Do you understand that you may do that sometimes? And
100%, I do that all the time. I don't even look back on those 160 clients and be like, fuck yeah, I've done a good job.
Doing well.
Like I know it's good, but I'm still tunnel vision to go different directions and learn this and focus on my relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another entrepreneurial trait though, that you never think that you're good enough. You're always striving for more. You're always striving for better. And that's why we find it difficult to work for other people, because when you work for someone else, you feel like you're capped. You're not able to grow. And you feel like you're built for more. So you're like, I can do more than what I'm doing here. You're waking up at 9:15 and just dawdling yourself into the barbershop, but you realize in yourself that I'm destined to wake up earlier, hit the gym.
The potential, it's massive. The potential to grow. And that falls back onto what you guys were saying. As Daniel always says, he's like, I've hit a plateau in the gym, this and that. Like when you hit the plateau, it's like, no, there's more space to grow, but you don't know what to do. So you have to change something.
Oh.
So you got to
Vinny D, I like that.
No, I'm not fucking smart.
That's good. Hey, that's a great quote. That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah, it's true. But it'd be the same thing. You guys would hit a plateau and you're like, all right, something needs to change. We need to come and bring people in or outsource. I don't know. But yeah, for me, it's easier. But my life is so easy, boys. Like, I don't know. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, but life isn't easy for everyone. That's the thing.
This current stage of my life is very easy for me, is what I'm saying.
But,
But 100%, it's not easy for anyone. That's why I'm grateful and I'm very lucky to be in my situation.
Yeah, you mentioned the word grateful, and we were speaking about it prior to the podcast. While you were on the phone, we were talking about, or he was asking me like, oh, you're doing all this, you're doing all that. I was just like, look, man, I'm super grateful. What's like one of the most things that you're grateful for at the moment?
I think it would be that my parents give me a box to use in my house and I don't pay any rent. And they're fine with people coming in. My mum's laundry is downstairs. She has to come through. She hates it. That's why I'm moving to the garage. But again, they're giving me the opportunity to be in that garage in the first place. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for my boss as well, who gave me the opportunity to start in the shop. And he's taught me basically everything that I've learned. Obviously, I take stuff from him and then I manipulate it into my own kind of style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm grateful for my girlfriend as well.
Make sure you drop that one.
She's the best though. She's so good.
You mentioned that Zidane, or watching his videos back in November, was something that really elevated your journey and kind of pushed you onto this path in some way. But I feel like that would have only been like one little trigger. Was there something else that kind of made you think, nah, I need to do it?
I feel like I've just been, this is why I'm also grateful, is because I feel like I've just been streamlined down this path that I'm on. Like I'm not, I've been motivated, but shit's just rolling great for me. Like it's just falling into place. I'm falling into like this shop. My shop is a minute 30 up the road. How have I got a shop? I didn't even look anywhere elsewhere for another barbershop.
Yeah.
I went to my girlfriend's Oztag game. Her mate that plays in her team, her boyfriend was sitting on the side. I chatted to him. I was like, oh, what's your name? Noah, da-da-da. What do you do? Or what do you do? Hey, I'm a barber. I just started, early days, need a job, like this and that. He's like, I can get you a job at my barbershop. It's in Alawa. I was like, fuck, I'm up the road. Boom, 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 2x out a job.
Yeah.
Like, shit just falls into place for me, you know what I mean? But there is a bit of motivation somewhere, but I can't think right now. Maybe if it comes to my mind, I'll let you know. But
if you think about it, you think right now that everything's just fallen into place. But my thought is that you've made those situations available to yourself. You decided to go to that Oztag game, even though it was to go to your Mrs. Oztag game, you decided to go. You could have easily just kept to yourself, been alone, not talk to anyone, but you put yourself in a situation where you were talking to someone that you've never met before. You talked to him enough to find out that he's a barber. You talked to him enough to decide, hey, maybe I can suss this guy out to see if he has any job opportunities. Hey, I don't have a job anymore. Boom, job.
It's
not as easy as, you know.
No, you're right, Bren. Yeah, I'd say one thing that's helped me a lot was from the beginning, I was like close with a lot of people in the school. Like, let's say my school, like my cohort, I don't know how many kids are in a Morris College
About
School?
390.
90?
300. That's a big. Oh,
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
I wouldn't have any clue, but I feel
Over
like
100 at least.
I cut a lot of boys. Like, bro, I couldn't even.
Maybe that's a 160 number.
Nah, it's like other people and shit. But I cut a lot of people, like probably 60 people from my cohort.
Yeah.
Which was a big thing. Like I was friends with everyone. So when I started cutting hair, they'd message me. They'd feel comfortable enough to message me and be like, "Hey, can I grab a cut?
Yeah.
You know, I know you're learning, but I'll come to you." And then they kept coming through, and then I got one that got a whole group to come.
Wow,
which was good. Yeah.
I think the one thing you have to take away from that is the power of conversation. And
Crazy,
we
man.
speak about it all the time. Well, here we go. Here we are. We're talking. We're having a
Yeah,
conversation.
conversating.
Yeah. We got. Good, Brendan. Yes, we are conversating, Brendan. Well done. Good boy. But the power of conversation is so important, especially in your line of work, our line of work. Just having that one conversation led you to the job. Just having that one conversation with your missus or your mom or your dad made you go, okay, I know I'm doing the right things. I've got to make this next step in my life. Now you're running your own shop. 5 weeks in, give. But in 5 years' time, you won't look back and go, I regret everything I do. It's
100%.
like,
And you'll probably still be journaling.
yeah.
100%. I want to start like journaling fucking every day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
this the Dan guy tells me to rank the week, bro. I ranked my first week 2 out of 10. It was horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Did half the week, fucking failed the rest. But it's a slow process. It's like a journey. So
It's a journey.
It is.
It's like little stepping stones. And, you know, something that we believe is very important to any business owner, no matter what career you're in, is your health and fitness journey and what you're doing in that realm. And you mentioned before that, you know, you're hitting the gym, you're pretty consistent with it. You did a roll just yesterday. You're doing calisthenics.
I did the roll this morning, bro.
Today.
Oh, that was today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does your journey look like right now in fitness?
I'm trying to, in fitness, like I try to do calisthenics just 3 times a week, or I do 2 calisthenics, 1 gym with my mate. 'Cause, you know, why not? And then I do 3 like football. So I do my own training session. I do the team training session and the game.
Yeah.
So my fitness, I'm not trying to get big. I'm not trying to get huge. I'm not trying to follow like eat 4,000 calories a day. I'm just trying to stay lean, stay shredded, be fit as fuck. And then, be like a proper Julian Dabianco influence to like a A-grade team. You know what I mean? Like be a player that not carries.
Sets a standard.
Sets a standard and like, just fucking wins. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. We're going for our 3rd win this season, boys. We won 2 comps, took a year off for Europe.
Did you?
We're going back,
Wow.
So we're trying to win it again.
Pretty good.
Yeah. See, it's hard because people come out. Like Danny D, bro, he's playing cracker.
Is he?
Yeah, he's playing really good. He won't say it to you because he can't give himself credit, but he's playing really, really well.
He's a good player.
Where's he playing?
Bro, he's shit. He's like a horse up
What?
front. He's a horse
What do
up
you
front,
mean?
bro. He's just a stallion up front.
He's a gazelle, bro.
He's a gazelle,
He's
but
got the long neck.
We versed these like 19-year-old Banksia kids, and they were like, "Bro, how the fuck do we fucking get that big cunt up top?" And I don't know. He's pulled out a goal. Fucking Danny, he's a good laugh. Like, he's actually been in my life a lot more as well. Daniel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's been.
So it's
I
a
don't know.
professor, that's your brother.
Yeah, that's my brother. But he's been involved a lot in my life after school. As brothers, I don't even know where this conversation came from.
That's
but
all right.
The brothers thing came after high school, I reckon. We didn't even chat to each other for like years in school.
Yeah.
Did you
He
do
was
the
on
same as
he
well?
was on his own path. Yeah, I was on my
Yeah.
own path with my brother.
You don't even look at him, bro. You just like fuck
Nah.
off. I don't want to speak to you.
Yeah.
And then after you become like
A bit closer.
A lot closer, yeah. Get closer with his mates, which is these boys, and then he's close with my mates,
Yeah.
so forth.